should look into the camera? Or?
You don't have to.
I don't have to. Okay. Hello, I'm Lawrence Malstaf. I'm a visual artist from Belgium, actually living in Norway since very short. And my background is originally industrial design. That's what I studied, and then I was working mainly as scenographer for dance performances, theater, and then slowly more making independent installations, environments. So more, I have more like a visual art background. So to be honest, gaming is something quite far away from me. Although I think it's as you say, it's quite closely related to what I do. I think the element of game is definitely very present. I think it has to do with unpredictability or instability, or I think excitement is maybe a very entertaining word or a superficial word, but I often work with I often, for example, construct a machine which has a almost very precise construction maybe and a certain intention, of course. But then once I push the button, also in the creation process, the outcome is hopefully unpredictable, or is hopefully unstable at least, or is hopefully something that will be different every time you push the button. Physicality is maybe, if I say I'm not so close into the gaming world, my work is very physical. It's often with, like, for example, now the work Nemo Observatorium, but many other projects also. The visitor is really present inside, so he's not looking at an object or observing it as like a finished statement from the artist, and then you think about it, and or an aesthetic. Yeah. Well, actually, this installation also, it's originally designed as something for the visitor himself to go inside and then to be shrink wrapped. And that's still mostly presented that way, but in a festival like here, it's there's too many people, and you really need concentration, or you really need a certain degree of privacy to. I mean, this is a very extreme physical, immersive experience. I think you cannot even call it concentration. It's more like really being in the middle. It's like one of my favorite lines, being in the middle. And then you really can fully feel and not only think the situation, and that's then it becomes something else. Then it can become a meditative experience, and then you really feel part of the whole. And I think that's anyway what we are all the time. We are trying to be objective. We are trying to look from a distance, and we develop all kinds of technology for that, which is of course very interesting. But in a way, it's something we know we will never really achieve. This objectivity, it's a bit of an illusion. What I find really, or what I hope, let's say, is that they start to go beyond the purely audiovisual, because I think this is. We talk a lot about multimedia, we talk about interdisciplinarity, all these beautiful words, but in the end, it's always audiovisual, or we have all these instruments to measure. Maybe the Wii also, it's gyroscopes measuring position and everything, and then there's already a certain degree of physicality coming in, which is, balance, orientation, and I really think this would be very, very interesting. I mean, there was another artist now suggesting that they're finally on the threshold of discovering how smell really works with this. I don't know, somehow the frequency of the spin of the protons of the molecules, and with all this audiovisual technology, I think we kind of reduce our skills of feeling. For example, this person now makes sound when he comes in, but you can also really feel the presence of somebody behind you, or you can, I mean, and I don't talk about like the New Age kind of approach, but I think there's a lot of influences that are not audiovisual, that are, for example, the temperature in this room, the air conditioning. Maybe you came by car, you have a certain influence in your body because of the vibration of, or maybe you had your car window open, or there's a lot of influences on our system that is maybe now I mean, I see you a bit in with a dark shadow. That's like a, but that's again a visual input. But it's always like a synesthetic. Even now, I'm trying to give a smart answer. My body is constantly influencing what I'm saying, I think. Yeah. So I hope that the technology can include that, and not only. I feel until now it's more and more replacing these soft senses that we maybe used to be more sensitive with, and that we used, that we were more tuned into. And I maybe you could see my installations also a bit as a kind of training devices. So it's all this kind of sensitivities that I think we are losing. And I mean, I think we always gain new things, but we're also losing other skills. So, yeah, it's not like better or worse. It's more an awareness about this that I'm interested in. I think there is a relation there. I think people always had this need of parallel worlds or of not it's maybe not always. What is the function of that? Maybe it's a kind of a metaphor for this world, which allows you to look at it in a different way. It's like storytelling, or with animals having certain, or fables, or it's also an indirect way to talk about our world. And I think it's something from all times, and this is a different format.